Our gospel reading today is a well-known story. Some religious authorities bring a woman before Jesus, claiming that she had been caught in the very act of committing adultery. They point out that the law states that such women should be stoned to death, and they ask Jesus what he has to say about it. Jesus says, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." One by one, all the men who had been so determined to condemn the woman went away. It is easy for me to imagine these men as they forcibly dragged this woman to Jesus. I can picture their faces contorted by hatred, judgment, and cruelty. I can hear their jeers and taunts, the snatches of mean laughter as they made degrading jokes. I can smell their sweaty bodies and feel the painful, too-tight grip of hands on the woman's arm, and the hard, brutal jabs and kicks with which they pushed her along. These were devout, righteous men, but they had been distorted into something horrible by their condemning desire to see both the woman and Jesus publicly disgraced and shamed. Their lust to see another human being entrapped, humiliated, and destroyed had dehumanized these men, turned them into something they were not meant to be. Then Jesus spoke. There is a long pause after Jesus' words. Silence, except for the woman's quiet sobbing and the scraping sound of Jesus writing in the dust. The men look awkwardly at Jesus, at the ground, at one another. Who were they? Who had they become? Their tightened muscles relaxed, and their breathing slowed. Their grip on the woman's arm loosened, and eventually let go altogether. The smell of sweat, turned sour by the eager anticipation of brutality, dissipated into the cool breeze. Their faces changed from contorted cruelty to something softer, a kind of self-conscious, gentle settling into the truth that Jesus spoke. There was a different way. Another path opened. The men came back to themselves, calm and aware. Shoes scraped dust as the first of them turned to leave. One set of footprints was followed by another, as they realized they were free to go, without penalty or pain, freed from their own judgment. Jesus had liberated them through his words, his truth, his grace. Instead of returning home remembering what it was like to kill, they would remember instead what it felt like to be free.